Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Get my Jay-Z on.
Underground, 808s hitting like 100 rounds. We live from the underground, 808s hitting like 100 rounds. Superstars, X Factors, real gamers, no actors. Superstars, X Factors, real gamers, no actors. Underground, 808s hitting like 100 rounds. We live from the underground, 808s hitting like 100 rounds.
Right? No, you can't. That's correct. Yes, I am.
What's good, man? How everybody doing, man? It's almost that time.
I gotta redo this because my mic wasn't on. They were just looking at me like talking to nothing.
Yes,
All
I
right,
am.
and Philly has his TV on loud.
Actually, no, I don't. That's not me. That's not me. This
It's always
time.
you, Philly guy. It's always you, Philly guy. It's always you.
It's not me this time.
Hey, well, anyways, we about to get into this. We got a lot of stuff to cover. Well, not really a lot of stuff, just a few things, but we do want to talk about just a few Madden topics today. As you guys may have just seen on ESPN, got the ESPN alert. Von Miller is out for the season in real life. I wish him the best. Hopefully, he can get well soon and have a speedy recovery. But
Wow.
As of right now, he is out for the season. So that is one less defender that you have to worry about in the AFC West in real life. Not Madden. You're still in the game in Madden. So, kind of sucks for you, Madden. But Von Miller is out for the season. So a moment of silence for Von Miller. Okay, that's cool. Anyways, let's talk about the game, man. How you guys feel about that new pass that just rolled out?
Hate it.
Hate it. Why do you hate it, B-Guard?
What does it do?
Their fix for the man switch glitch is when you motion a player
So they fixed
and
the
you
glitch.
want to snap it like a one step, like what makes it glitch, like when you motion somebody when you're playing man coverage and you made no coaching adjustments, for whatever reason your players will switch their assignments to totally random guys. So what a lot of people were doing is they would motion snap. They would take a one-step motion, snap the ball, and then the person who's supposed to be covering is probably all the way across the other side of the field. That was the man switch glitch. So their fix was, okay, we're just not going to let you do that anymore if they're in man coverage. Now, you can still do it if they're in zone coverage.
Okay.
Now, the problem I have with that is, one, it's a Band-Aid fix. It's lazy. It's not... It's something that shouldn't be in the game in the first place, and their fix is to break something else. And two, it's a tell for what defense you're in. Like, if I do that and I immediately snap it, oh, now I know it's zone. And if I do it and I can't, I know you're in man.
Coverage. Yeah.
Okay,
It's
two things I disagree with. First of all, it's called the flip glitch, and it was founded by yours truly. So it's nice to see you still in the game. But the second thing is you do have options. I'm not saying that they don't have to fix anything, B-Guard. I'm just saying you can make your zones look like man. That is an option in the game. I'm not trying to let EA off the hook. I'm just saying there has to be a workaround until the actual solution comes.
It bases it off your... No, because sometimes the fix is worse than the problem. Like it bases it off the stop coverage you get into. Like you can't like if you come out in man and then you decide I'm just gonna play a cover 2 shell, take out nobody in man coverage, the game still thinks you're in man coverage based off those adjustments. That's where it's bad.
I guess. So you no longer can motion snap only in certain situations.
Well, you can like there are ways to do it, but
it's a bit more difficult now.
Mix it in with the chew clock bug, where it auto chews the clock, so you won't have time to do it. So there's another thing where it just makes man coverage that much more powerful.
So you have to play a little bit more real football. Is what you're saying? Okay. To some people,
there's not one step motion. There's not one step motions in real football.
There is. No. So in rugby, in arena football,
rugby,
Canadian football.
Wait, did you say Australian football?
No, terrible. But yeah, man. So that's quite unfortunate for some of you guys that were dependent on that. But
hey, man, all I hear is you guys love preaching creativity until that creativity bothers you, and then you want it patched. That's all I'm saying.
I ain't asked for nothing to get patched.
Everybody good.
I like the game as it
good
is.
Until
I like the game as it is.
Like everybody hated Bunch, and then there it is. Like they don't patch anything that has nothing to do with Bunch, and I have my reasons for that.
I love Bunch.
I love Bunch too. Bunch is great. It's just as good as bunches of oats. All right. So in other news, we got Colin Kaepernick made his return to Madden today out of nowhere. I don't know what. Out of nowhere, just Colin Kaepernick's on the game. How do you guys feel about that one?
That's great. Long overdue.
I thought it was great, but this is my grievance with it. Colin Kaepernick is 81 overall, bro. That's like better than half of the field. Yeah. he returns, and he's better than half of the NFL quarterbacks.
Yes, okay. Because he had situational awareness.
Okay. And
he suffered the price. So I don't know what he was when before they cut him off the game. I don't know what his overall is.
74. I think he was a 74 overall.
Okay. But I think with everything that's been done to him, if 81 was his highest, right? And I think he deserves it. I think he's earned it. I think he suffered enough. I think he deserves it.
Okay.
I also go ahead, Sipes. Go ahead.
Yeah, no. I was just gonna say the one thing I will say is like in game, like I'm actually here looking at the PS4 side of it. Obviously, B James has the Xbox side on the screen, but the P4 side right here, I'm looking at Colin Kaepernick, and this man won $20 million for a year.
Yeah, in franchise.
Who in the league
I think
is going to pay $20 million?
When you go into
Jacksonville,
Jacksonville too. When you go into franchise mode though, he actually asked for like $15 million.
In franchise?
Yeah, franchise mode. I think he asked for $15 million for 1 year.
Okay, yeah, because that was the first number I saw when I thought it was great that he's actually in the game. Yeah. Which is nice and all. But at the end of the day, having that type of a fundage, not for 1 year, no.
Yeah, so
that's a lot of bread.
I also got a couple thoughts on it. I think it's awesome he's in the game. I think I know the reason why he's put as 81, better than half the quarterbacks in on the starting rosters or whatever. He's got to be usable. Like you can't have I know he hasn't played in 4 years, but like. What is it like if they announce, hey, Colin Kaepernick is back in the game? He's a 63 overall. The outcry would be so much worse. So I would rather them overrate him than underrate him.
I think if he was 63 overall, people would still use him anyway. But because I see people using players worse than 63 overall. Dimes had a quarterback last year that was like 62 overall. He took him.
Yeah, but he had like 89 speed. Yeah, like that's the thing. And he was probably young. Like Colin Kaepernick is 32 years old. He ain't getting much better than this.
Yeah, he's not. Well, yeah, he's not gonna get better. This is probably it for him. But
They did the same for Gronk, so I think it's fair.
they did do the same thing with Gronk. Gronk was 95 overall or something like that.
But Gronk got superstar.
Gronk got huge benefit now.
They juiced Gronk up, man, and they juiced Gronk up too. So yeah, I guess I get it. I get it.
Call that privilege. That's privilege. That's because he won multiple Super Bowls and Colin Kaepernick did. That's the only reason why Gronk got all that.
I guess so. Maybe so. Okay, so we got a lot of things going on in the league this week. We got a lot of things going on outside the league. We have the Madden Underground Invitational Tournament on Xbox and PS4. We're giving away $100 to the winner. It's free to enter. All you got to do is sign up on the website. Today is actually the last day to sign up. We close. No, actually tomorrow. You have till tomorrow night. We're closing it out tomorrow night, and we'll be inviting everybody to their respective groups or respective groups, however you say it. And they'll be able to. You'll get the brackets on Friday night. So actually Thursday. You'll get the brackets on Thursday. So we'll get you the brackets on Thursday. You guys will see who you're playing against. You guys can start scheduling your games for Saturday, although we'll have a schedule for you guys, a round-by-round schedule. So you guys will know the manner and the time frame in which you need to get those games in. It's not a 2-day tournament. It's not a 3-day tournament. It's a 1-day tournament. So if you aren't able at any point in time to play within the time frame you're scheduled to play, you'll get a loss. You didn't pay anything. It's free. If you lose, hey, try next time. But definitely, this is our annual invitational tournament, so make sure you guys sign up. If you haven't signed up, it's free, man. You ain't doing nothing anyway. You're playing Madden for nothing. You're playing for MUT coins, ain't making a dime, just blowing your money. Imagine if you win. You have $100 to blow on MUT coins for you MUT coin chasing dudes. Or buy you a pack of cards, or what is that, the 12,000 green dots? But so buy you some green dots and MUT. You know what I'm saying? So we give you opportunity to win. You can play on both consoles as long as your time zone clash. Make sure you're getting those times in, your games in a speedy fashion. It's going to be great. So make sure you sign up now. You can go to maddenunderground.com right now and sign up. It is on the front page. And if you don't see it there, you can scroll to the bottom. It has leagues and tournament action, and you can sign up there as well. So
let's just put it out there real quick too. Well, let me just ask you, B, so you can kind of let everybody know exactly what's going on with it. What are the streaming rules as far as with the tournament?
The away team has to stream. The away team will have to stream the game. There will be color commentary from B Guard and Snipes. So make sure if you get selected to be the game on the big stream, make sure you get those guys your stream, and they're able to get your information so that well we kind of already have your streams, but make sure you post your stream so that they can get you on the big screen and get you some viewership. So you're gonna have fun with it, man. You're getting $100. You get your little write up on the website and everything. So make sure you come out and bring your A game, man. Last year I think Tillman Matthias won, and Bakari won. We're last year winners. So I seen Bakari sign up I seen him sign up I think 2 days ago. So Bakari be back. So he'll be back to defend his championship from last year. And I saw Tillman sign up too as well. So it's gonna be pretty dope. So make sure you guys are tuned in. You guys are locked in, and make sure your notifications on so when we go live with the tournament, you guys will be able to tune in as well if you're not participating in it. You good with that? You got a question?
Yeah, I do.
What's your question, Philly?
So, when do I get my 3 X factors on offense and defense?
You don't
get anything. Anyways, we're gonna get to that in a second. Hey, shout out to all the guys that have already submitted their players, and I think the Sim League is winning right now because I think they got 16 players submitted. 16 players have already submitted their Superstar and X Factor players. I wanted to provide clarity with that because a lot of you guys filled out the application, but you guys filled it out wrong. So we're gonna provide some clarity with that as well today. In just a second. Let me bring this screen up. How you feeling about your season this year, B-Guard? You think you're going to do pretty good?
You already know I am.
Okay, confident. I like it.
Okay, little cocky. A little cocky there. A little cocky.
Just a little bit.
Well, my worst season ever was an 8-8 season, and that's because I didn't have anybody above 89 speed.
Okay. All right. Enough. I found what I was looking for. Enough ego stroking. Um, all right. So here we go. Basically, I want to give you guys an example. I want to give you guys an example of what it is that you guys should be filling out within your form, your submission form for your superstar and X Factor players. All right. So say for instance we had this issue this morning. Say for instance you have the Packers, right? The Packers already have 3 players on offense and 3 players on defense, so they're straight because you have to include the players that you already have. So you can add to the players or you can take away from the players, but you must have 3 superstar or X Factor players, and we aren't giving you X Factor players. If you have an X Factor player on your team, he will remain an X Factor player. If you don't, then you'll get some superstars to try to help you salvage whatever it is you have on your team. But as far as that, so say for instance the Patriots, right? They have Devin McCourty and Stephen Gilmore, right? They're 2 superstar X Factor players. So they'll be able to get 1 more superstar player on defense, and on offense, since they only have 1, they'll be able to add 2 more on offense with Julian Edelman. So they'll have Julian Edelman already there. Julian Edelman will be your first offensive player, and then you will add 2 more to Julian Edelman. You'll add 2 more superstar players to to go along with Julian Edelman on the offensive side of the ball, and you'll be able to add 1 more on the defensive side of the ball to go with Stephen Gilmore and Devin McCourty. If you have your team and you need help, post your team in the chat right now, and we will demonstrate how to do this with your team right now, so we can better explain it for you guys if you need help. Drop your team in the chat if you need help. If you're confused about it, you have a question, don't be shy, don't be ashamed. This is to help you guys. So if you have a question,
this is a great time, guys. This is a great time. But drop it in the chat now, so that way he can put it in here now for you guys.
Okay, we had the Raiders, right? The Raiders have 3 on offense already. So 1, 2, 3. Now, just because these are your 3 on offense for the first initial season, doesn't mean you'll be stuck with these 3 players. Next season, you'll be able to switch and select any players you want to have the abilities on offense and defense. Okay, so Lions, let's do the Lions. Thank you. We got a volunteer, Barry Bailey. My guy.
Shout out Bailey in the build. Shout out Bailey in the building. He ain't shy about it.
No, that's my guy right there, man. I've been chopping it up with him all day. So he only has Kenny Galladay on offense. So that'll be his 1 superstar on offense to start. He'll be able to add 2 more on offense, and since he doesn't have any on defense, he'll be able to add superstar abilities to 3 defensive players. And like I said, we aren't giving out X factors. You can, if your player turns into an X factor, good, keep it. He's an X factor now. Great for you. But if you don't have any X factors on your team, you just have to develop your players into an X factor. I also had another question. People say, "Oh I have a rookie. I have a rookie that may turn into he may be a superstar X factor." Okay, well if he turns into a superstar X factor, rookies. If you have a rookie that develops into a superstar X factor, you are able to substitute him for one of the players on whichever side of the ball he plays on. So if you want to say he turns, he develops, and he's ready to go, and you say, okay, I want to take one of my defensive players off, like because I know Chase Young is a superstar X factor. So if you have the Washington football team, and he once he develops and he finally turns, once he reaches that, I guess whatever his play count is, he turns superstar X factor. If you have a player that's already in your 3 that you want to substitute him for, which I recommend, because he's not gonna have any ability because his trait is hidden until he reaches the play count. Whatever the play count is. So it's gonna be, how many downs?
500.
Yeah. So there you go. so once you get those downs played, you'll be able to, and he gets his abilities and things like that, and he gets his trait, you can substitute him for one of the players on the defensive side of the ball. Because if you claim him as one of the players now, you won't even be able to use that ability until he develops. So yeah, you can use him. You can have another player, and then once he develops and gets his ability, you can substitute him for one of the players on the defensive side of the ball. And the same works for offense as well. So if you have any questions with that, hit up one of your super dope league officials, myself, B-Guard, Snipes, Philly Guy, one of us, and we'll get you straight. So basically,
supervisors?
Huh?
You almost call us supervisors?
I was about to call you guys supervisors, but that sounded real like corny, like supervisors. Like it sounded real snitchy. You know what I mean? Like you guys snitch on people. But
I think we won't.
yeah, I know you will. You guys are definitely crime watchers, crime stoppers.
Right.
Let's go with the Rams. So let's use the Rams as an example, right? You have Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey. That's 2 on defense. Cooper Kupp, Whitworth, right? And you're like, Whitworth, I hate Whitworth. He's old. Why would I? You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, that's how it works. Now, if you cut Whitworth, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? But you can let him go. I wouldn't do it though because he's one of the best old linemen in the game. And you don't get old linemen like that. And then on top of that, he's protecting your quarterback's blind side. Like that would be dumb. But I know some people don't care because the logic behind a lot of things don't make sense. But yeah, you'll be able to add. Anyways, you'll be able to add one more superstar on defense and one more superstar on offense to keep the 3-3 going. So that basically you'll always be able to have either 3 superstar or X factor players on defense and 3 superstar or X factor players on offense. So I hope you guys better understand it. I hope you guys have more clarity on that. I also provided this chart for you guys, right? So like the Eagles, they have 7 superstars on their team, right? They have 5 on offense and they have 2 on defense. I might have to make this a little larger. Yeah, 5 on offense and 2 on defense. So they'll be able to add 1 on defense, but they'll have to subtract 2 on offense. So they have to figure out which 3 they're going to keep on offense, and then they'll be able to figure out which player they want to add on defense. The Cowboys also was a team. I saw Terrell Bush saying that it was stressful trying to figure out which players he wanted to select for the Cowboys. And they had 6 players, so he had 5 on offense to work with, and that's a stressful task with the Cowboys because they have a lot of good players with abilities and superstar and X factor abilities. But most people are gonna say Amari Cooper, Dak, and Zeke on offense, and then you have your defensive end with the ability, and you'll be able to add 2 more to go along with him as far as superstar players. So, like I said, make sure you guys keep it locked, and it makes a lot of sense now when you put it like that, right? So when you guys submit your forms now, make sure you count the players that you already have. Use this chart. I posted this chart in the group. It's also in the link when you go to submit your players. That link is right there. I know a lot of you guys don't like to read. I know you don't like to read. It's like paperwork. Let's get straight to playing. I get it. But you guys have to take time out and read. Make sure you guys are in the know, and so you guys don't end up hurting yourself or hindering yourself long term and during the season because there's rules that you guys want to make sure you abide by. If for some reason we're gonna have players monitoring, we're gonna be monitoring the development of players. So if a player is about to change, or you see a player that he's what is that, the player of the week or whatever? Not player of the week, but he's your developmental player of the week or whatever. Notify a league official, let you know that you got a player that might change or might upgrade to superstar or anything like that, and we'll handle it accordingly. So that way you don't go over and you don't get in trouble for any reason. You don't go over the 3-3. If you guys have any questions, make sure you hit us up. Myself, B-Guard, Snipes, and everybody else. Breakout game. Thanks, Rayshawn Adderley. That's my guy, man. I've been talking to this dude all day, man. That's another dude that has a lot of information. He actually You said what, Philly?
How about everybody else? You said Snipes, B-Guard, and everybody else.
Oh yeah, you Philly guy. Yeah, that guy.
All right.
You're everybody else, man. That means you have the presence of a lot of people because of all the personalities you have.
I'm just saying that because it's my birthday.
Oh yeah, happy birthday, man. It's Philly guy's birthday. Wish him happy birthday, man. Tell him your Cash App. Send him a couple pennies. Send him a dime or two.
Hey man, as y'all saw, he do like him some biker shorts. So.
Biker shorts. So if there's an Amazon special on biker shorts, definitely that guy likes to go cycling.
Yeah, get him some Peloton biker shorts.
You know an awful lot about that, sir.
Yeah, he did know the name brand. I didn't quite know the name brand. But so anyways, J Hall's asking who's gonna beat him. Everybody's gonna beat you, bum. I'm just playing. Oh, man, J Hall like my little brother. But yeah, so like, yeah, man, we gonna keep this thing going. It's gonna be a great season. Like I said, make sure you guys sign up for the tournament if you haven't. That's something you definitely want to participate in. It's free cash, bro. Like, who don't want free money? Like, you got to be some type of weirdo not to want some free cash. Unless we're asking you to do something
Apparently
weird.
me.
Unless we're asking you to do
Apparently
something
me,
weird
man.
for the cash. This is what you guys do. You guys are Madden players, so play Madden and get some money, man. You guys gonna be making money and winning money all
Apparently
year long.
I don't. Apparently I don't want money.
Well, you're trying to build your career as a commentator, man. You're trying to go viral and do some great things we're trying to see you at a Madden challenge talking that talk.
I know, but I feel like people forget who I am, and me being in the booth just gonna be like, oh, this is just some bum in the booth. What does he know? Yeah, I get it.
All right, so again, if you guys have any questions about submitting your superstars, because I saw a lot of you guys submitted them, and then you guys hit me up like, I didn't really know, but I just sent some players. Like, that ain't how it works, bro. You got to factor in the players that you already have. You can't just omit the players that you already have like they don't exist and then be like, oh, I want to take it off of him and give it. Nah, not this season. Next season, you guys will be able to select which players all of the 3 abilities go to and things like that. But if your player becomes superstar, you don't want to take that off of them. But that's just things to think about for next season. So keep those things in mind. If you guys have any questions, like I said, ask the questions. There's no such thing as a stupid question. Well, there is such thing as a stupid question, but
stupid people.
But you guys aren't asking them. If it's something if it's something that you need to know, make sure you ask that question. Don't pretend like you know, and then when it comes up, you're like, oh man, I forgot. Nah, you didn't know. Just ask the question so we can help you.
Man, it's better to feel stupid for asking a question than feel stupid for not asking.
Yeah, in the tournament, you can play with any team you like. It's probably going to be a lot of Ravens and a lot of Chiefs. So, and a lot of Bucks and a lot of Seahawks. So, make sure you guys pick whatever team you want to pick. Play with any playbook you want to play with, as long as it's not a custom playbook. And you guys have fun. Win some money. You know, if you want to share the money with me, share the money with me. Tip your bartender. You know? So, definitely, we're going to have fun with that. But the main thing right now is make sure you guys get your submissions in by Thursday night. Thursday night at 11:59 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Thursday night, not Friday, not Saturday, not Sunday. Because if we get all these submissions in on time, we'll be able to start sending out those invites sooner. And if we can send the invites sooner, we can get the leagues going sooner. So the goal is to get everybody submitted by Thursday. Do what we're supposed to do. Have the tournament on Saturday. Get you guys in the league Sunday. And then we start Monday. So that's going to take you guys help and assistance as well. So make sure you do your part. Like Belichick says, do your part. So I think that's...
No days off.
No days off. Are we talking about the Odell situation? No, we're not going to talk about the Odell situation because that is inappropriate. But he's definitely wide receiver number 2 now. So,
hey man, perfect receiver for the Browns there.
For the Browns. Let's see. We have a question. What development does the player who you take superstar off turn to? Those players go back to star. They go back to star. So if we take the development off of a player, if you have too many players and we take one off of them, that player will go to star. He won't go down to normal. He will go to star because he was probably superstar or something like that. So I think it would be kind of messed up to take a superstar player and make him a normal. So we'll make those players stars. Any other questions? Shoot them questions, man. Fire them questions off now, man. Because I know a lot of you guys have questions, and this is the time to ask them. Ask them questions.
Can I trade an X Factor for like 2 other players?
No, you can trade You can trade an X Factor for an X Factor. You can trade a superstar for a superstar, and players without superstar development traits, you can trade them for whatever you like to trade them for. So that's the thing. And people say, why? That's not fair. I want to trade. Well, you can change the ability every year. Next year, if you want to trade somebody, take the ability off of them next season. Duh. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that difficult. Stop making things more difficult than what it is. Next season, take the ability off of them. But I want to trade him this season. Can't trade him this season. But unless you want to trade him for another X Factor player, because this is what happens. What happens is we'll have a dude he'll trade this X Factor player, and he'll get popped because that trade was stupid, and then he'll quit. And then when that dude quits, somebody else comes in to take over that team, and they're playing at a disadvantage because you knew you was making a bummy trade. Can I say this? You were making a bum-ass trade, and you knew it was a bum-ass trade when you did it, but you just wanted to trade because that's what you knew. I'm probably not going to win any of this money. I'm not going to do it. I'm just here to have fun, and that's great. That's great. But at the same time, a lot of people are here. I'm going to say most of these guys, especially the pro leagues, there's no walkovers and just pushovers in any of these pro leagues. So if you feel like, oh, I'm gonna just you're gonna get your head kicked in if you're not ready. So make sure you guys come prepared each week, game in, game out. So there's no slouches, there's no bums in these leagues. Dime just saying hit them up for trades. I would say do that wisely. Do that wisely.
It's a trap.
If you guys have, if you guys have any questions, make sure you hit me up ASAP. Any more questions? Nope, no more questions. So I think that is it for the day. We'll be back we'll be back Thursday to talk about a few more things that we can't talk about quite yet, but we'll reveal them on Thursday. So make sure you guys stay tuned. Hit the follow, hit the like. If you're watching on Twitch, hit that follow button, hit that like button. Subscribe if you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on Twitter. I don't know. We're everywhere. So if you're watching that, make sure you hit that follow button. Don't be no weirdo, man. Don't be a weirdo. Don't be a weirdo. We cool. Everybody over here, it's all love, man. So let's get it in.
Don't be no weirdo, man.
Yeah, don't be no weirdo.
Don't be weird.
All right, man. We see y'all next week. Well, actually, I said next week after I said Thursday, right? See you guys Thursday. Now I'm being a weirdo. All right. See you guys Thursday.